Hello everyone, welcome back to the My Team series, and this is actually the last race of the series and there isn't much to play for, so I thought what I'll do is actually condense this episode, which is normally over 2 episodes, into one shorter episode, as we are running out of time to get Season 2 fully in with the new game on the horizon. I think at the time of recording this, we're about 6 weeks away, so we are going to run out of time. So I'm trying to get this one nice and small so we can quickly get onto Season 2, where hopefully it's a bit more fun as well. So that's why we're doing it like this. If you don't like that, I'm really sorry, and I know you probably do like the 2 episodes, but yeah, I'll try and make this one nice and neat, and then hopefully tomorrow or a couple of days down the line, if it's coming out Wednesday or Friday, I don't know yet, you'll have that a proper episode over the weekend for you. Anyway, back to the video, and if you saw last episode, you would have known that we had a regulation change for the power unit and the aerodynamic parts, factories, facilities, whatever you want to call them. So obviously there's no point doing upgrades for those, as we'll have to adapt those as well, so that's a bit pointless. So what we're going to do is we're going to focus on the chassis and the durability, and we actually decided to improve the energy store cells on the chassis department. And we also decided to improve the MGUK on the durability side of stuff. And I believe both of those are due to come before the Brazilian Grand Prix, which was an absolute touch. And that was pretty much all we could do. So we went to check out the performance index for the last time this series. And yeah, as thought, there actually wasn't too much change. AlphaTauri moved up a little bit, and Red Bull improved a little bit, but other than that, I think most teams like us are focusing for next year's regulation changes. So obviously going into this weekend, looking at that, we probably aren't expecting too much at all. And as you can see there, we actually learnt from our mistake from last episode. So I'm actually putting in a fresher engine from the testing engine we used. I say testing, practice engine we used. So we'll have a fresher engine for qualifying, which is good. And speaking of qualifying, here we are at the end of Q1, and we managed to go 9/10 of a second quicker on our second lap, and that actually put us 14th. So surprisingly, we actually got out of Q1 and into Q2, and in Q2, if I just pause it there, we were due to have rain in 5 or 10 minutes, so I thought, best get out early. So we went out early on the soft tyre, and as you can see, we're just about to start our first flying lap, and it's already started raining quite a bit. Which wasn't ideal, and as you're about to see, missed a braking point into turn 1 as it just didn't want to slow down, and we did cheese that a little bit, but kind of sailing a boat at this point. It's not that way, but that's a little bit of exaggeration, but we did manage to get it around in a fairly decent time and actually put it third for the time being. But as you can see, it absolutely poured it down, and they've got the inters there on Daniel Ricciardo's car. Which was great news for us, as we managed to get a lap in early and we actually finished 4th. So somehow we've thought from going, we're not going to get anything out of this qualifying session, to actually getting into Q3. But that was pretty much all we could do, as it started to dry out towards the end of the session. So we had to put the softs on, and we actually only managed 10th. So not ideal, but a great result all in all for qualifying. As I said before, we weren't really expecting to do well at all. So as you can see, Lewis is on pole with Bottas second, Charles Leclerc's third. But yeah, that was the results from qualifying. And here we are sitting on the grid in P10, which is crazy. So yeah, I'm in an iron about what strategy to do, as I have no clue. And I thought we should stick with the 2-stopper, purely because I thought, one, there's really not much to play for this, because everything's tied up. We're probably not going to get points anyway, as we're well out of position. I thought it'd be interesting to see how quick the 2-stopper is. It reckons it's about 8 seconds slower, but I thought, hey, why not give it a go? It also might be useful for you guys to actually know. So that's what we did, and here we are on a soft tyre. Managed to get a great start. I mean, an absolutely brilliant start. I know they're not great on this game at starts for some reason, but we already got up to P6 going into turn 1, which was outrageous really, as we got past both of the Red Bulls, which normally are pretty good around Interlagos, but for some reason, it just wasn't happening for them today. And immediately we came under attack with the Red Bulls. Surprise, surprise. But yeah, they weren't really having it. We managed to stand our ground in the Rocket Racing car, and we kind of positioned it very well. And as you can see here, we did our best Gandalf impression. You shall not pass! Is what we're basically saying to the Red Bulls. which was fantastic. So yeah, you know, we're doing really well. Even on the straights, we managed to keep them behind. But it was on lap 6 that Max Verstappen actually did get past us. Can't remember fully what happened to Alex, but yeah, he wasn't anywhere. Probably got taken up by Lewis Hamilton at Interlagos. That normally happens. And yeah, Max just went up the inside there. Didn't make it easy for him, but he eventually did get past. And it started to get sunny, and we decided to pit from P7. So we were doing very well. Came into the pits, put the mediums on. Obviously, because we're doing the two-stopper, we're not going to put the hards on. So obviously, we're doing two-stopper. Don't know why I'm explaining that. But yeah, we came out in P21. So we had to quickly get past the William drivers, as we did there with Nicholas Latifi, and then rather rudely with George Russell. But we kind of had to do that to try and make this strategy work. And as you can see, it's actually quite a nice shot of our medium tyres there in the sun. Look at them a little glowing. But yeah, they didn't last too long. I say they did. We're on lap 26 now. Had the world's slowest pit stop, but we do have the softs on. And we came out battling our former rival, Romain Grosjean. I think that's a pretty good French accent. But yeah, we dispatched him pretty quickly as well, as he has old hard tyres on. And we have fresh, soft rubber, and went around going into turn 1 now, and that was job done. But that was pretty much all that happened. And as you can see, there was a bit of a train behind us. But yeah, as I say, that was pretty much all that happened. As we cut to the last lap now, and we are right behind Esteban Ocon for P12. But we couldn't get close enough to him. We just missed out on P12. But overall, P13 is not a bad result, as Lewis wins. So back to winning ways for Lewis, as he looked pretty awful towards the end of the season. I say that, he just won, but before this race, he didn't look great. Suzuka, he looked really bad. And that was Valtteri Bottas and Charles Leclerc on the on the podium with him. So yeah, Max came 4th, Gasly 5th, Perez 6th, Ricardo, Stroll, Vettel, and Kvyat. So Kvyat again, just getting in the points. He's been doing pretty well, as Lando just misses out on the points. Obviously, we finished 13th and Raikkonen 14th. Looking at the bottom half of the grid, yes, so Nobuharu did actually DNF. I assume it was an engine failure, as it wouldn't surprise me, as those Renault engines have been rubbish. Don't worry, we're not keeping him for season 2. Yeah, he will be a little bit disappointed, as that was his last race as well. Don't tell him, but that was his last race. But yeah, anyway, looking at the driver standings, obviously nothing really changed. I say that Leclerc went up to 4th and Pierre Gasly went up to 7th. We stayed 13th. So that's how the season 1 ended for us, in 13th. So not bad. And looking at the constructors, obviously everything wrapped up. We finished 8th. So that's not too bad for our first season in F1, finishing 8th above Alfa Romeo, Haas and Williams. And Haas and Williams didn't get any points, which is pretty poor. And yeah, that's going to wrap up season 1. So if you've watched it, absolutely love the support. It's been great fun to do it. I do think that season 2 will be much more fun, as I'm hoping that the car will be better and we should be able to battle more, hopefully with the midfield pack rather than the back markers, as we were a bit too good for the back markers, I think. Obviously, we're going to have a brand new livery, going to have a brand new teammate. Don't tell Nobuharu that, but we are. New racing suits, new helmet even. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I nearly gave something away there, but no. So make sure you tune into that. As I say, it'll either come out tomorrow if you're watching this. This has come out on a Friday, or on Saturday and Sunday if you're watching this on a Wednesday. Don't know what day it's coming out, so could be either. But yeah, that's season 2 is coming out this weekend, so make sure you don't miss it. If you enjoyed season 1 and this video, then give it a big thumbs up, as that always helps. If you didn't, give it a dislike. And if you want to see more content by me and you enjoyed this video so much, then I encourage you to subscribe to the channel. It's very much appreciated. Alrighty then, I've been Jumbo, and I'll catch you guys in season 2 on the weekend.